take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
40-yard line.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
What up, Mike?
Check. 53, Fresno.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Now Brady.
Oh, that's whack.
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted.
That's whack, man.
Marcus May with a pick. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. stepping up. He'll try and run. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run on first down. Trent.
Oh, fumble. Let me get that.
And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 44 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with an idea. Slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look coming from the offense. Counted it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for the defense.
And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead.
This is why a lot of folks call it play action in this spot. You start freezing linebackers just for a second, then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
You ever been on the side of the barrel? Send this one away.
Slide, you gotta prep them on. And when you fall out with your brothers,
And no return on this one. It's a fair catch. A signal for and take it.
over your body, I got my tears. I just let you know I got your kids. Taking all these drugs, wish I could live forever. I ain't gonna even tell them what we did.
I can walk by faith. Every day I got up to a brand new way.
Ready to start.
There it is, everybody's hot.
Turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that.
Oh my God, that ain't a fumble? Everybody's hot.
An empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad.
Let me get that. That's called bait. That's called bait, nigga. Let me get that.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick.
We're gonna start this season right, man. We ain't playing no games,
Go
man.
back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Balls in the air.
And then my favorite.
Starting this season. Where's that?
Interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Oh, that's another one. Get me.
19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they just had that.
My celly was 23, but he got 96. And he didn't get all the burden. He was just moving bricks.
He was trying to talk to the female partner whenever I'm on a jet. He told me his best friend told on him, but they ain't want to hear the rest.
Blood in my blood, ain't in blood, I can't hurt.
And I woke up in my bed, feel like I took some kind of stress. And I woke up there and slept and shit, I blamed it on Tourette.
That's what definitely over the rest of the
31-yard line. A gain of 5
Vibes.
good enough for the first down.
The vibes.
Out of the gun, they'll look to
The
throw.
vibes. The vibes. The vibes.
Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
Fell out with Wook, I said I dislike him, but I never hate him. We lock back in, we feel like zero.
Jason Tatum. It's been a long, long time. Been a long time since I seen her. About my daughter. Got a bad thing, don't mean nothing.
Gotta count my blessings, that's good karma, like I ain't see it coming. Game fight to school, I still salute, like I ain't see you running. And then watch you start, low income, low key apart. I'm in the band of the park, like with a switch when I aim at a target. All of my diamonds fly.
Carlton. We jumping for the ball.
Just being honest.
Vibes.
See what that's about.
The vibes. The vibes. The vibes. The vibes. The vibes.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back. But it's still a 3rd and 8. They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
I had to go there. I had to forget it. I had to finesse up the gangway.
I done did everything for the niggas. She be so weird, I'm steady watching all the niggas who yelling out gang gang. She be so different, I'm watching the niggas who crazy be yelling out bang bang.
Roll up, pull over, pull up. I'm right uno.
I know some niggas who hustle but quick cause they was doing this shit for too long. I remember niggas feeling like brothers, but now this shit
Feel like a group home.
and I hit told them I love so much to me, it felt like you can't do wrong. I'm serving another side of my granny crib.
I was serving with 2 phones.
I remember telling Julius don't know what a paddock is now.
The money make the world spin. The money make the world spin. Been rapping since 2010. Whoever thought I'd win.
Asking why they sell a food stuff. I done grabbed the euros on some cool shit. I'ma get it on my own when I felt alone. I remember feeling useless. I remember
Cool kid.
Twin got a 30 like a pool stick. Why you think you murdered something no clip? When a nigga died, when they started crying, they swear to God
He ain't do shit.
I remember niggas being cool.
Just got
Spending
sacked
their
on
last
the
money on the
previous
coach.
play.
He
And
niggas like
knows
just
they're
to
coming
give
after him again.
Chill riding around with a coach. I can actually stay up in the quick money. I remember riding around with a honey. Had 12 with me riding 100. Gucci bagged up 5100. Super motivated, come from a dungeon. Like, why you call a dungeon a trenches? In London, you a why you fucking with me just for attention? Niggas die when they pop up in my mentions. I don't get this nigga tell you a bitch.
The money make the world spin. The money make the girls grin. Been rapping since 2010. Whoever thought I'd win. The money make the world spin. The money make the girls grin. Been rapping since 2010. Whoever thought I'd win. Huh? You ain't getting away from all of them. Them boys sworn, baby. We came all the way from the middle, man. She get tears when nobody start coming up. I put a key on the years and big house. Told my baby I need a big house. I'm too real for this shit. I got one foot in the street, trying to put it in. Keep it key, running them out. And never was my rule out. It's us in this motherfucking gang.
The money make the girls grin. Been rapping since 2010.
Whoever thought I'd win.
Money make the world spin. The money make the girls grin.
Been rapping since 2010. Whoever thought I'd win.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just so long to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen. I say, come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again.
Getting this just shy of midfield.
Nicky first.
16 yards, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense. All the holes where guys are available. Pull the ball
and my niggas on what I want to know. My man,
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. Wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
that you want to take. Make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
But he got the mad again. Corey Brooks told me slow down, but it's my pride again. Every time a nigga die, they'll blame my side again.
Where you try again on second down.
Love me or hate
This
me,
time he's got
bitches
the
say I'm
hook up.
crazy.
It's
They
complete.
don't want to date me. Love me or hate me.
Play on the completion. Got a man from what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Looking for his running back, and he's
Oh, get through that. That's what I'm talking about, boy. They gon' miss. Let me pass it, bitches, trying to finish with the stars, trying to finger for the movies, huh?
When I pull up in the trenches, they surround me by some killers, but I know this guy ain't
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
And I'm saying that shit there, you know?
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Excuse me, little boy.
And he's into the end zone.
Excuse me, little boy.
A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
I got better time getting real. But the money up getting real.
The kickoff with the shoot.
If I like him, turn the divas.
I can never go back, folk. I can never go to trip and 4 ounces in the snow. What happened to you, Mike? Your mic quiet now. Oh, that shit you used to talk on my DM. Yeah, finally got you on the screen, bitch ass nigga. Fuck you talking about? Where you going? Niggas lying for attention. All these niggas lying different. Acting like y'all killer 2020. That shit different. Let them know, let them know, let them know. Ah, push the wrong button. Nail that nigga. Ah! Take it slow, take it slow, take it slow. I get my friends, I put my feelings in my G-Line. I don't wanna rap and I don't really wanna beatbox.
Escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's second down. Get the first down, but this is
I'm lit.
some time.
Ran the grip, this ain't no bitch.
And get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They asked me how up it is with them, it's to the ceiling. I told her that I'm buzzing. I just want my buzzing. I'm buzzing. All of the muscle because I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing. Nobody bigger than a mob. I'm a buzzer. I just took some lean. I'm sluggish. Sluggish. Do you love me? Loyalty. Ooh. Loyalty. Loyalty. Ooh. Let them know. Let them know. Let them know. Let them. I'm from the goal. From the goal. From the goal.
Let's go. Let's go.
Take it slow, take it slow, take it slow.
I keep on crying, I put my feelings in my G-Line. I don't wanna rap and I don't really wanna be, but I just wanna sip, detox. I just wanna pop.
Detox, ooh.
Before being brought down down, 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes,
Hey, they told me I can't be around no
receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
He'll run it. The escapability in evidence there.
When we play, can't let the world know. Don't tell the group, let your girls know. They be happy to hear you.
As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Potential trend be bothering with it.
Shotgun
I got a
snap as
stab
he'll
the
look to
ground, the
throw.
opposition, give me threats. When ball him back, he got outside, they say he full of that X.
Is inside
I'm a
the
young
10 to
nigga,
the
getting
9
that check, and I
before
don't have
he's out
problems
of
with that.
bounds.
I'm a young
He'll
nigga,
wind
pop
up
my
getting
shit,
right
they say I'm
about 4
cocky
here
aggressive.
on the
I
scramble,
get that
and
bad,
it's
he
2nd
turn to
down.
snake. That's why I'ma turn the melon. Locked out with a nigga who told his man that she Tom Jerry.
9-yard line,
Cut the
2nd and
on my
6.
arm, got my arm scaling. Plus 2 bracelets, say the voice, he got my arm buried. I look out, don't know the chance, I say it's all scary. I'm checking up on one of my dogs, he ain't responding. I took a bag full of stacks to a fine lady. I gave you drugs, you read the profit, you say I'm
And the
paid.
Broncos draw a bit
I don't know.
closer.
I don't know.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter.
I don't
Now
know.
they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
I heard the rumor that you was telling, but I know you didn't. One nigga say he did, but I know he did. And I know he shit. You gon' be snake trying to hang with different blocks. I know my city. They say my brother hopped out the streets. I'm like, no.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This taken in about 4 yards deep.
The guard that told him 3 more minutes. Yeah.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. If you niggas really with me, I don't know. Do you think you niggas that to give me? I don't know. When you think you made it out the city? I don't know. Do you believe the rumors he was snitching? I don't know.
Now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit.
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady is going to find his running back. It's complete.
I be taking all these pills to easy up my pain. I lost so many niggas at an early age and I hate crime. Call a nigga a snitch in the public place feel like a hate crime. Cause the real niggas vouching for him. Yeah. And I still be with my brothers, you know I'm rich and all. I slow down deeply out them pills, they miss the fitting on. You see a crime, don't say nothing about it, no matter what you saw. I'm the family in my bloodline, fuck what you thought. Too many shots fighting around big apartment complex. I see my close from big shot, I'm thinking I'm next. My 2 Codys, they're my brothers, they say no contact. They said our name, but left us hanging, man, that's all facts. I put my pain in my music, they say I don't do shit. I'ma take these drugs and abuse it. Feel like I'ma lose it. They say we moving like a mob, but I told them it's a movement.
Open
This shit
man's
in my
got
flesh,
it. It's
nigga.
complete.
Telling
And
on your
take this
brother,
to the
hold up,
other
I be
side
still
of
a
the
rat,
field
nigga.
before going out of bounds. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
These niggas bitches, they be moving off emotion.
Denver
Instead of
territory
fighting with my
at the
brothers, I'd rather fight these
46.
folks. If my dog get caught for murder, best believe I'm on it. If you can't get telling me, you trying to get a phone. I'm trying to live up with the finer thing. Shop in therapy, I spend my last on designer.
Coverage right there. There
And
weren't
if
really
you do
any
I rap, I
throwing
say I
lanes.
kinda
But
sing.
the best
I
part
come
for
on
him,
up with 50
he's got
down,
2nd and
next time
3rd
I
down
gotta
to fall
sing.
back on.
Let the beat take me away.
Brady's incompletion on
Let the
1st
streets
down
take me
leads to a
away.
2nd and 10.
I put my pain in my music. They say I don't do shit. I'ma take these drugs and abuse it. Feel like I'ma lose
they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
They say you eat what you hang around. Like what I look like, nigga, the nigga who been around me, who been standing out, you a clown, move around. And ain't gon' lie, cause I got love for all the shorties who they grew up trying to shoot us now. You was wild, juvenile. You caught a case when you was a dope, and ain't gon' lie, you thought it was gonna be the same as juvenile. You was down, who was down? 23 and 1, you locked down, plus you got a celly doing 100 now. You try to pray last minute, he ain't listening. I feel like love when these diamonds when they glisten. Know how you feel when you finally get the answer. Cause before it seemed like niggas wouldn't listen. I got some fam who just came around, they say they love me now. Seeing the fatherhood that we been on, they give them once now. And I held a grudge for nigga I love, I give them money now. Baby mama drama got me rushing into them rubbers now. So his ass stop lacking, but I caught him lacking a couple times. When I think about Iris, I get in my feelings, wish I could hug her now. I don't phony kick with rap niggas, I don't get my number out. A lot of bitch niggas with a bitch did it, bang, number down. And I'm so excited, but I ain't gonna ride myself to a bigger day. I speak my pain off the top, that's why I quit writing. Live or die when you try to box, that's why I quit fighting. Trying to pray last minute, I feel a love when they listen. Know how you feel when you finally get the answer. Cause before it seemed like niggas wouldn't listen. I was trying to sell my link card to get a split, y'all. I was acting for the mood like I was a big dog. No, it ain't had shit, but I'm a shit, y'all. No, it ain't had shit, so I'm a shit, y'all.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Hey, 66.
Brady gonna go on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
You know, it's not just all athleticism.
I fucked up so many times, would you bless me again? You went through what I went through, you feel desperate to win. You got statements on your dog, you a threat with the pen. Couple nights I rolled strikes, cause they were changing the pen. And I drink a ginger ale, that's what I take on my team. I say this my last time, and I'll take it again. Is you with me or you not, but I ain't gon' say it again. Get a second chance of promises, don't break it again. Oh, I'm going Kanye crazy.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
I'm going Kanye crazy. Kanye crazy. I'm going.
That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Kanye crazy. Kanye crazy.
Because they tried to fool him.
Kanye
They tried to trick him. Ran a
Kanye
screen,
crazy.
and they went to him and smothered it for a loss.
You ain't got the answers for it. I be claiming on the rivers like any other day. Feds got him when the camera inside his Cartier. Try not to bring up shit you did, you gotta concentrate. They don't think about handcuffs no more, they tryna kill. I won't put my trust in you no more, you gotta feel.
It's incomplete, but
Bringing
there
them
is a
again, I
flag
had
down.
to
So
steal.
hang on, a big hole coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. It was going to bring up 4th, now it's 1st.
Kanye crazy.
It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference.
Kanye crazy.
And a short game down to about the 33.
Kanye crazy.
Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Being chased out left. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, Using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
You got to ride with your gun every time you outside in the shot. You ain't never had that feeling in your stomach, you gon' die. Don't too many niggas send money to that jail, so I try. I know a nigga died with a name, couple of his niggas still ain't slap. All these niggas say that they ain't did shit with the guys.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of his shoelace, they convert on fourth down. Now on first down, he'll drop the throw. Dancing to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they love the heat. And if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. Kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence.
I would have sneaked smoking on the backwood and I'm burning the carpet. I grew up in a vacant apartment, pressing up pews, retarded. They don't even care if niggas steady down from it. They flooding the market.
Ready to get their drive started. And on the last
I want to kill it regardless. Ask me why I got a gun on me because the niggas be killing the artists. I'm in love with the dog. They steady bringing the charge.
I don't think it changes much
One sleep with my ankle, mom's going dead, I forgot the charge. Covering the streets in dark. Every day sleep with a Barbie. He got on my life, he charged. Niggas gon' shoot me and argue. How you get killed when you party? The streets in the bitch in my body. Look at my diamonds, they on it. We tryna kill him, tryna.
And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit.
Sucking my dick, I'm recording. Police, they call him the
pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
3rd and 19, no problem. Is there able to convert? Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That front, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
The pass by Brady there, caught by Howard. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
He the one that's out the roof with it. You think yourself, you got your scripture in it.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They're trying to run this one in. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive.
I was going through that phase alone. I was going through that phase alone. We all changed, you said I changed alone. Previous night, barely changed the clothes. You know damn right you was wrong. I was tired, they didn't realize. Certain vibes, it don't feel right. Plenty nights, getting so tough. Why they lie? I do know my gun. You looking crazy, know the chick is crazy. I'm 30 years old, I'm Chicago Jay-Z. And I was scared how that money made me. I caught a vibe and that was looking crazy. Money ran low, fellas came full rank. I can't even vote for who I believe this shit ain't going right. I just drop a tear inside the field, the rain pouring right. And I let it all the hoes on fuck, I blame the porn site.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And it moves to James.
Another carry for that leader and a big one. It's crunch time.
Quarantine, what? I'm just trying to make a buck. Talking to my dog, acting like he's stuck. Baby go in the block, it's stripped up with a month. Throw it in their face every time I hold it up. Granny ain't feeling too well. Shoot out with the police, ain't going to jail. Hey, acting up in case you would know if you tell. I know a nigga from the hood, he ain't serving no scale. Watch bands make a play, I seen him score in the middle. Gave him 39 years, I heard him crying the shell. Even though I'm getting big, I brought him back to my Zell. Took a picture on my block, they think I'm back in the field.
So it's Broncos football as we get your reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now. The game that looks like it's going to go down the line.
You can't avoid shot sticks to my people.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they had, as well as understand where they are in the field.
Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun now, here's an inside deal. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And out of bounds right around the 20. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and found the right spot for the completion.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
You rather go and blow a bag instead of re-up.
The carry is complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I had to teach the grown niggas right from wrong. Why the state had told the jury they trying to indict us all. The lawyers got them out for Davis, they better sign them all. I had a bad bitch off the ground, she got her titties hanging. She so fast, I brought her a burger, I told her anything. I've been around with guns and everything. We put these niggas on our drums, that's the city thing. I hate the niggas who be trying to
that'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I'm from the part of the city, watch your partner. You ain't did shit to the same nigga who shot you.
That's complete, Okule Buna. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Close that back door, cause I know that it's phony. Close that back door, can't get snaked by my homie.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th
Close that
down.
back door, cause I know this little phony. That's a bet. On the voice, that mean DD, he the threat. Don't get stressed, just hold him tricking off the X. I know what happened to your homie, don't be next. He got that get back for his block, I took my hat.
He's back
Feel
to
like I'm drowning, got this water around my neck.
Right.
Cocky nigga throwing ashes on
And
protect.
it's caught.
Went to
It's
the
a touchdown.
trays on the mat.
So they rally here in the
Other
final
nigga,
minute.
bro.
And they're an extra point away from tying this game.
I'm deciding to
And
how
while it
it's
appears the heavy lifting was
All my
accomplished by
siblings kids
scoring
know
the
your
touchdown,
local fame.
they're still
I know
down
these shit
1.
y'all know.
That extra point is not a gimme.
In the trenches, I'm feeling safe.
And a pause in the action because the Boots, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Close that back door, can't you take that back home?
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Close that back door, can't you snake by my homie?
They'll look to throw.
Close that back door.
And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly
Close
gutsy
that back
call,
door,
but they've
take
taken
that
the
back
lead
home.
by a point late in the game. Following the touchdown,
Close that
ready to
back
kick
door,
it
cause
away
I
is
know that it's
Carlson.
phony.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing Week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee.
Today's final score.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles.